Hi everyone. So I do this thing for Alicia, my wife Alicia's lunch because I do her work work food for her. And every day, um I don't know if I've talked about this before, but like I order like these sticker packs that have like funny sayings on them, and then I get like these little figurines, not like expensive, just like little plastic figurines. Um And in her lunch every day, I have an envelope with a few funny stickers that are usually about like poking fun of work, or like, calling things like a shit show or a dumpster fire, and some other naughty words. And then I stick in one of the little figurines so that like every day she has a little surprise in her lunchbox for her. And I don't know, it's just a way that I like to show her that I'm thinking about her too and stuff. And she seems to like it because in return, I guess there's advent calendars for Halloween. I don't even know if advent is the right word to use, but it's like that style where like every day you get to like open something up for the whole month of October. And so she got me one that has like these little itsy bitsy figurines that are like little skulls and pumpkins. And so like I get to have a new one every day. And that brings me such joy. But anyways, so I was like looking through the stickers in one of the packs, and I came across one that says, "'Twas the tism, my lord." Like, "'Twas the tism, my lord." So like I this cracked me up. So like I carry this sticker around, and like I pull it out every so often and show it to Alicia just to remind her like this is the tism. I don't know, like I find a lot of amusement in that. Maybe it's just me, but like "'Twas the tism, my lord." I think that's the first hilarious autistic sticker I've seen. And it doesn't take much to amuse me. So anyways, that's my ticket for winning arguments and all kinds of stuff. Might as well cash in on not knowing about this for all those decades, right? So, anyways, but if you ever wanted to do something like that for like your spouse or partner or whatever, put a smile on their face. I don't know. Um, Man, she just has like a whole drawer of this shit at work, I think, too. I told her, I was like, you don't have to keep it all. Like, give the stickers away, give the little figurine things away or something. I don't know, bring them home. I'll find a use for them. But, anyways, so, um, the other day I was at Aldi getting stuff, because that's what you do when you go to a store. And so I'm like down the end of the first aisle, and all of a sudden I hear this like just loud belting voice. Like this person came into Aldi and was just belting out Beyonce songs, church songs, and we all kind of stopped and like looked behind us. Like I couldn't see her because there were, it was a long aisle and there's some people. And I don't know if anybody else does this or if that's what the people around me were doing, but like as soon as I heard that, my mind and body went into like instant like threat alert. Like, okay, this isn't normal. I don't usually walk into stores and somebody just comes in singing really loudly. What does this mean? Does this mean something's going to happen? Like that is where my mind goes. And it's not just because of the state of things in this country. It's just my brain in general. Turned out just a lovely lady that likes to sing while she shops. And I noticed like there were a few people that were like annoyed, but I thought it was funny, but not in a I'm gonna laugh at you kind of way. Like I'm just like putzing up and down these aisles, looking at different stuff and like wondering what is the next song that she's gonna sing. And I'm thinking to myself, how does anybody have the courage to come into a store? And Aldi is a small store. It's not large. Like you could hear somebody sneeze across the other side of the store. Like it's not a big store. And how does somebody have the courage to just come in and start singing so loudly? I'm really glad, no workers made her stop or anything. Cause like you shouldn't make somebody stop singing if they're just singing. But I don't know. That was kind of a nice surprise, especially since like not too long ago. we had a not nice visit to Aldi where some lady freaked out over tomatoes being dropped, or cherry tomatoes or whatever. But anyways, so anybody out there who does that, bravo, do more of that. Um, Other things that I've done that nobody asked about is we put up Halloween decorations the other day. I don't know if like people around here are just fucking depressed because of what's going on in this country, because I've never seen people um decorate so early for Halloween before. It was like first, second week of September when people started putting decorations up. At least around here, like that never happens. Um so I was like, well, this is nice. We get to see more decorations this year, and maybe people are just depressed and, just want to have some joy in their home or something. So like that's what me and Alicia did. And just in case anybody wants, and in case anybody does this with like their spouse, or well, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but when it comes to holiday decorating, like for Halloween or like fall or Christmas, Alicia is responsible for the outside. Now, she didn't choose this. I chose this for her all those years ago. And I wonder if she thinks it was her idea to begin with, but I'm not going to bring that back up. But she does all the outside stuff. I do all the inside stuff because I like being indoors. And when it gets cold, like 30 degrees, and she's out there like putting up decorations, I don't have to be out there in the cold. And for those of you out there that are wondering, like, do you feel guilty that your wife is out there? Like, no, I don't. I do not feel guilty. She's out there. It's so I'm just kind of that's just how I feel. Like, see if you can get the inside part of the decorating and then give the outside part to somebody else if you don't want to go out and freeze. Or, like part of it too is like I don't want people coming up to me, because they do that. They'll come up when they see decorations being put up, like neighbors, people walking by that you don't even know, like, oh, look at your decorations. Yeah, it's Halloween. We don't have anything fancy. It's the same shit everybody else has got. God. And I know people are just trying to be nice because, that's what people do, but I don't want to be bothered with that bullshit. So I stay inside. But I will go outside to put up the window clings because for some reason Alicia doesn't care for those, and I love window clings. So I will go outside for that, but that's it. Anyways, um, some cat updates for anybody that's been following along. So Caesar, our thyroid kitty, he, I think, is finally back to feeling like his normal self. Um, he feels like his old self before he had the thyroid issue, even though he still has it, but he's taking medication for it. Like, he's not very skinny anymore. Like, I can pet his back and not feel the grooves of his spine, which is good. His behaviors for food have stopped. He's sufficient with just like, or he's satisfied just eating like what he has. And if he's hungry after that, he goes over to the hard food bowls and has some more of that, but he's not like constantly looking for food anymore. So I guess it just takes a while for the medication to really like do its job, but um he's back to his old self, which is great. So that's good. And then my soul kitty Apollo, um so, like, I don't know. We've got some attachment issues. I think I've mentioned before that Bombay cats, like, have attachment problems from what I've been reading. That's why they call them Velcro kitties, because they follow their person around. Um, and like, I'm not complaining. Like, this motherfucker follows me to every trip to the bathroom. Um, Out to the kitchen. Pretty much anywhere I go, he's right there behind me. Or he's like just in the next room watching me do something. So, talk about animals making you feel loved. But, anyways, apparently he cannot handle me being outside, like where he can hear or see me, and he's inside. So, like, I was out on the porch the other day, like seeing how far Alicia came with like decorating, and we had like the screen door open so he could see and hear me. And all of a sudden this cat's like, and he's like jumping up on the screen like, please, I miss you. Do you know how wonderful a feeling that is to have a cat like look at you longingly and miss you? Why can't people fucking do this shit, man? Like, my own wife doesn't look at me the way my cats look at me. Maybe that's a weird thing to say, but I said it. Um, and so like me and Alicia used to go on all kinds of road trips, day trips. We would go away for like weekends, go explore like different states and just do a whole bunch of stuff. And we haven't done that in so long. Like we're lucky if we go out for like the day to go do something. And plus like, money's been a lot tighter because this country wants to just basically I don't know, like, make sure you don't get to eat or anything. Like, everything's fucking expensive. So, like, we're definitely having to tighten down our money situation because it's just fucking ridiculous. And like think of alternative ways of like what else could we get, that would get us more for the dollar or something. But anyways, why did I say this? Oh shit. Oh, going on trips. So like when we are able to go and like do things and go away for a few days, I think I'm gonna have to take Apollo with me. And I think I'm also going to have to take Phil because Apollo and Phil are besties and I can't separate them, which means we might have to find hotels that accept pets. And, I've never understood why people need to bring their pets with them to hotels. Now I think I kind of do. Alicia doesn't know that I'm thinking this way yet, but like I am not gonna fucking leave this cat here while I go have fun for days. Like I used to leave Soul Kitty number one, Hades, here and we would go away for days and he was fine. Like he didn't have like any like serious attachment issues. Like we really missed each other, but he wasn't as bad as like this one is. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I just thought I would say that out loud. Um Anyways, what else? Um, Lately, like this week, I have been relying heavily on my routines to keep me sane because of the crap that's happening around us. Um, it's been pretty bad this week. I've caught myself ruminating quite a bit, getting stuck in negative thinking, playing out all kinds of terrible scenarios of like what ifs and what would I do. The way that we think. I've been doing a lot of that. And it's not like I haven't been catching myself do it. It's just like it's hard to pull myself out of that way of thinking sometimes. And this week has been pretty bad with that. So like I just really am relying on routines. And like I do feel like I've had structure and stuff throughout this week that have I guess it helps when I feel like I'm spiraling a bit inside my head, but um routines have been very helpful for me. The Midas Touch Network is my favorite YouTube channel, as well as Legal AF. That's a good one too. I really like those channels. Um, in case anybody needs new things to watch for independent media. And it's not all good stuff. Not well, none of it's good. I shouldn't say it like that. But like, there's some pretty sad stuff that like they show that I think it's worth like not looking away and just being aware like this is what's going on. And like with all of this awareness of like what's happening in our country and not just in America, but in other countries too. But like I'm talking about this one because I live here. I feel it feels strange at times to just go about my life trying to be a person and aside from like doing work and stuff, trying to do fun things like holiday decorating or painting or reading a book or taking a shower. Not that that's fun, but like, other things like enjoying privacy, safety, a warm bed. Like, it feels weird to like have these things and appreciate them when like they are being ripped away from people on a regular basis. Like every fucking hour in this country, people are being snatched, families are being torn apart. Like, you guys have seen the news. It's just, it feels strange to just be able to do these things. And it's not like I feel like super safe. Like, the way things are going, everybody's being come like they're coming for everybody, like trans, queer, um, black, brown, protesters, people with disabilities, anybody that isn't like them, white, male, and evil, basically. So everybody's fair game. But still, like Um, things around here haven't been like terrible or anything, at least for the time being. So it just like I'll be taking a shower and I'll just be like, "Oh my gosh, like there's people that haven't been able to shower for days. They're in like these other countries. They're not being treated well. They're being tortured. Like, and here I am, like, I don't know. Does that make any sense what I'm trying to say? It's just sad and like a weird thing to have to try to like think about. Like for me at least, I don't know if other people are feel it this way, but it's like every day I'm having to not just deal with like all of these many emotions that I guess I'm used to experiencing now because it's been months since this stuff has started happening. Um, but like now I kind of feel guilty for just like having things that like many other people don't have or that they had and they're being taken away. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to do about that. Um, and I think that's really all I have to say. I'm sorry this is not a very interesting episode, or I don't have anything specific to say. Um, like this week went by so fast for me. Like I feel like just yesterday was Monday, but like I've just been trying to like, you know, routine, stick to it, don't deviate because like when I start feeling not so great inside my head and if I allow myself to deviate from my routines, then like it's just things really are not good for me. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Um so anyways, does anybody else feel like this? I'm sure it's not just me, but um and I do know that there's people that like think like this and feel like this. I don't know. Is there anybody out there that like just, I don't know how else to say it. I'm just gonna move on because my words are failing me. Anyways, that is all I have for this week. Um, I haven't said this in a while, so like just in case there's anybody new listening to these episodes, sorry. Maybe go back like 100 episodes. I think I was actually talking about like I think my episodes used to be like more variety. But anyways, um I have an Autism 101 course you can check out. It's only 50 bucks. I highly recommend listening to the audio for the most part if you can. Um because that's I mean, I always encourage audio because I don't stick to the script. I always deviate from that and I always talk about other shit and I've heard that people don't mind the audio so much, so like there's that. You don't have to go read a whole bunch of shit if you don't want to. I have a smaller course about like the way we think as autistic people. There's a Substack. You can come over for free. Or you could give me some snack money in the form of $7 a month. That would be really, really appreciated if you could spare the change. Um and but if nothing else, come for community. There's so many of us over there. And this is a time where if you don't have community, you need it. Like you really need it. And it's to be found. You can find it many places on the internet. So make sure that you're not dealing with things like on your own or, you know what I mean? If you feel lonely, make sure you're reaching out to people. Because we all need to be here for each other, more so than usual. So that's all I have to say for today. Um, thank you much for listening and goodbye.